Welcome back to a new food reviews with Fatty. As always, I'm your host, Fatty, aka Jay. If you know, you know. If you don't know, now you know. So I was looking for some new things to do, and I did discover something new. So this is actually something that I've been trying to do for a couple days. I just kind of have been down, a little bit of sickness. Haven't been feeling great the last few days, so I've kind of just haven't really done a whole lot. I did that last video from Monday. I did that last week and kind of held it off until Monday because I'm trying to put out 3 videos a week like I normally do. However, I was down with the sickness, unfortunately. That's a joke, the Disturbed song. I was sick, real sick. Have been fighting a little bit of this and that in a couple different ways. So I am back now, though, and we're going to do this show, this episode. So, just for the record, I know you guys hear this a lot, and I'm just going to say it anyway. If there are any food companies or any other companies out there that would like to sponsor the channel, I am currently looking for sponsorships. That'd be awesome. If anybody wants to start a GoFundMe, I am currently looking for gainful employment, but I'm still struggling. I know it's probably not going to happen. I'm not going to get excited about it, but I am going to do a new food review today. So what this is actually from Sonic. It's a new item. These are part of the new $1.99 menu. So this was $1.99. I did get the larger version of it for $2.99 because they had a deal for $2.99 also. What this is the honey barbecue, I guess. Hold on one second. It says right on the bag. Okay. I'm sorry. The honey Chipotle chicken junior from Sonic. I know it's on it. I just didn't know how they pronounce the name of it. So I knew it was honey something. But it's honey Chipotle sauce, tomato, lettuce, and then a chicken junior patty on a bun. So if you want to take a look at this, let me just pull this back here, pull back the veil a little bit. Let's pop that bad boy open. There we go. Basically, that's the sandwich there. If you can see the consistency, it's kind of like, It looks all right. This is Sonic, though, so I don't have any high expectations. I just thought it would be something new to do for the channel. So I'm just going to... It's $1.99. I think the calories were like a little above 400 calories for one sandwich, which isn't super terrible considering that it's fried, of course. Which that's obviously not that good, but I mean, still, it's not bad. Excuse me. Still working over the cold, or whatever I got going on. So don't mind me if I have a little bit of indigestion. Maybe I'm just getting heartburn before I even start this, or whatever's going on. But yeah, I kind of thought there was cheese on this. Apparently they don't put cheese on this. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure there was supposed to be cheese also, but I'll take a look at the website, and if so, I'll probably get a free sandwich on this deal because there's supposed to be, I believe there's supposed to be cheese on this, but I could be wrong. I didn't check that part. Either way, I'm going to give it a try and see how it is. So I tried it this way. It's kind of bland. I'm going to give it another try here. Okay, so what I got to say first things first is I've definitely had worse coming from Sonic. It's got that, it does have kind of like a honey flavor. The thing is, the Chipotle sauce kind of overpowers it. So you're tasting the Chipotle before you taste the honey, which kind of makes the sandwich, that's why it makes it so bland, I feel. The chicken patty is pretty crispy, but it feels like it's kind of, I'm not sure if it's been sitting for a little while, because I whenever I picked it up a little later than I normally do. I just prefer not to wait in the stall, because it's now starting to hit the 80s here in Florida, so sitting in a stall in my car with no, I have air conditioning, but I don't use it. It's just to save gas. I drive a gas hog, so. But yeah, I mean, the chicken's all right. The lettuce is kind of bland. So is the tomato. You can taste the tomato, but I don't know. It's almost like I'm convinced that the tomato and lettuce had been sitting in like one of those cold wells for a little while. Unless that's just the sauce itself kind of making it like blah. But all in all, it's not a terrible sandwich. I mean, okay. And by the way, my last few videos, I've just been kind of frustrated because of how things have been. But not just in my life, but the things that I've been buying that are super expensive or expensive enough. And it's supposed to be something really good in these restaurants. They just don't put enough effort into it. Even with this sandwich, it's not that impressive. But I am going to give it a rating regardless. For value, I'm going to call it a 6 because at $1.99, that's not bad for the sandwich. It's not a really tiny sandwich. It's actually pretty decent size. Even after I ate a little bit, you can see that it kind of like, that'd be basically this. But I don't know, man. You know, like, they add a little bit of sauce to the same sandwich. And they're selling 2 different ones. There's this one and the Chicken Junior Regular. And I couldn't see buying the Chicken Junior Regular because the sauce is about the only thing that makes this sandwich a little bit better. But it's another thing that these big companies make these amalgamations. They do switches and change it up and use their exact same item ingredients that they have right there. And then they go, this is the all new so-and-so and so. PSA to Taco Bell. Try to come up with some new items that are innovative instead of using the same crap and making the same things. That's a shout out to Taco Bell. For the look, it doesn't look anything like the marketing. At this point, I don't expect anything to. So I'm going to go ahead and knock it to a 2 with that. And for the overall, I'm going to call this a 5. Reason why I call it a 5 is because it don't taste bad, but it don't taste good. You know, it's one of those middle ground things. And yeah, I know I've been using a lot of obscenity on the channel. But as a reviewer, you tend to find yourself, when you're spending on a little bit of money on the little more expensive stuff, knowing that you have limited money. At this point right now, I have limited money. I'm just working with my life savings that I saved back and a little bit of other, funding and stuff like that. I did have a side business, and so I saved a lot of that money from the side business, from eBay. I was doing an eBay reseller thing to basically, you can't see it right now, but there's actually a whole dresser full of stuff here that I was trying to sell last year and the year before. It was going pretty well for a while, and I just kind of stopped doing the eBay thing. I was going to use the money to reinvest in more stuff and then sell more stuff. However, a lot of stuff didn't sell that I thought would. That was my bad business decision, but I'm kind of got some physical items that I still have up for sale and stuff like that. So I'm going to get my eBay thing going again, I think, so that way I can make a little extra money. But Otherwise, I've been living off of savings. And so it's just frustrating when you buy something that's really expensive and then you get that. Anyhow, I'm supposed to be talking about the sandwich. So the sandwich is pretty bland. It wasn't really that good. The 5 is all I could give it. And so we're going to move on. I'm just going to go ahead and get Mr. Predicto out. And Mr. Predicto does the honey chipotle chicken sandwich junior from Sonic Suck.
Highly doubtful.
Okay, so he don't feel like it, but that's fine. Mr. Predicto is very unpredictable. Clearly, he's kind of the side piece of the show, so take it for what it's will. I do want to say thank you to the people that have been commenting on my videos and who have been having genuine concern. There's one person in specific, I don't remember their tag, unfortunately, but they've reached out to me and kind of, talked to me about some things. I just want to say thank you to you. You know who you are. And also a buddy of mine from back in Ohio, Mr. Justin Cunningham. Please give yourself a pat on the back. Thank you. I know I spoke with you a few times, but there's been a few people that have reached out to me lately, and I appreciate it. I want to say thank you all for who does watch the videos for more than 2 minutes. It does help the channel out greatly. And again, if there are any food companies or any other kind of companies that would like to sponsor the channel, I'm more than willing to offer promotions on both channels. I have 2 channels. Well, I actually have 5, but I'm working on. But I have 2 that I'm specifically. Well, one is this one channel, and either way, this channel and social media, you'll get your promotions going on, and I will promote on all of my social media. So that's my biggest offer right now. If any of you want to need a sponsor, or would like to sponsor me, I can definitely do that. Give you a shout out in the videos. And everybody who's watching, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel out greatly. I know I've been very vocal lately. I'm going to try to tone that down a little bit because I don't want to bring like every bit of my angst onto the channel. Life is just kind of stressful right now in Florida. It's really expensive and it's not getting any cheaper, and I'm trying my best to line up something that's gainful employment. The thing about me is I'm not the kind of person to not share my life with everybody, including the food reviews, family, as I'd like to call them. So yeah, that's basically all I really wanted to say about the sandwich. Obviously, this is like the longest video I've ever done for one sandwich because I'm kind of venting a little bit of frustrations, so please forgive me. But I am going to go ahead and call it a day because it is a day. And that's your food review today for the day. So as always, food reviews with Fatty, out.